that white color again, and I'm using a smaller flat brush to set this. Then I just kind of blended everything out a little bit. I went back to that same flat brush that I used for the red. And then I took this small Sephora crease brush, and I took that bright red again, and I just started to apply it to my outer V. And I just built the red shade up because it was kind of mixing with white, creating like a pink, and that wasn't really what I was going for. And then I just used my finger to kind of blend it, like where the two colors met together, and I also used my finger to apply a little bit more red to make it more vibrant. Then I just highlighted my inner corner with the white as well. Then I moved on to liners. This is the e.l.f. Like liquid pen eyeliner, and I just like kind of figured out where I wanted my liner to go with this. Like I did kind of like an outline. Used it to build up my lash line a bit. Now I'm taking the W7 liquid eyeliner, but I'm not crazy about the applicator on this. It's one of those like stiff, hard tip, plastic tips, and I don't like that. So I took my ABH Cosmetics eyeliner brush, and I just kind of dipped into the eyeliner and used the brush to get the kind of wing I was going for. This actually like took me a long time. I didn't realize how long it was gonna take to keep dipping back in, but we got it figured out. And now I'm going back into the e.l.f. Poreless Primer Putty. If you hear some noise in the background, it might be my heater. My dorm is in ice spots. Hopefully though you guys can't even hear it. So I just put this on my face and rubbed it in. And now I'm going to move on to my foundation. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Foundation in the shade CoCo. And I just used my Sephora like dry sponge. Okay, now we are finally moving on to concealer. This is Maybelline Fit Me in number 50, the shade Cafe. And I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was struggling. I am running out of this product, so I was digging into that little bottle. Then I just blended that out using the same sponge, but I used the like smaller side. And then I set my eyes. This is a Becca powder. I can't remember the name of it. I got it for Christmas and I'm testing it out. This was only like my second time using it, but I think I really like it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was side-eyeing it a bit because it is very light, but it's actually like really nice coverage and I think it looks pretty good on my skin tone. And then I moved on to this Wet n Wild pressed powder. This is in the shade CoCo too, I believe. And I just took that same brush. This is a Sephora small powder brush, by the way, if I didn't say that. And I just set the other highlighted areas on my face. You know, nose bridge, cupid's bow, center of my forehead. Then I moved on to my darker powder. This is Maybelline Fit Me in Java. This is the pressed powder, which I just recently switched over to instead of the loose. And I like this powder a lot, but once again, I have the wrong color. This shade is like a little too dark for me, but like once I have everything on, I think it works. And then I went back into the James Charles palette and I took this like reddish brown kind of color and I used that to contour, and I'm using the Wet n Wild contour brush to apply that. And this color actually ended up being like a really cool highlight color. I feel like it went with the eyes pretty well, which is kind of what that was my thought process when I used it. And then I just did the forehead, you know, the hairline a little bit. Had to get the jawline, the chin. Going back into the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm taking that like orangey shade, Hunts. And then I'm taking my e.l.f. blush palette and I'm taking that like kind of shimmery pinky shade on the bottom left corner. I think it's my left, but you're right. And I use this Profusion. I don't really know if this is supposed to be a contour brush or a highlighting brush, but I got this in the same kit as the other Profusion brush I used earlier. And I just applied that to my cheeks, and then I added a little bit more of the pink to my nose. Now I'm highlighting with the ABH Aurora Glow Kit, and this is the shade Helia, the like silvery white shade. And I kind of went in on the highlighter. I wanted a really like frosty, silvery look to kind of like be a contrast to the like stark white. That didn't make any sense. I meant a contrast to the bright red. The stark white and the silver are a contrast to the bright red. And then I went back into that same reddish brown color I had used earlier to contour, and now I'm just contouring my nose. This is a angled eyeshadow brush from Eco Tools, but I love it for like contouring my nose because it's nice and small but still fluffy. And then once again, going back into the James Charles palette, I took this small MAC crease brush and I just smoked out my lower lash line using that same red shade and then the same like deeper red shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette, but I only did the dark color like halfway. And I just used the same brush for both colors. Then I went back into the Glow Kit, took the shade Helia, and now I'm just taking a like pointed brush and I'm just highlighting my inner corner and my brow bone. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned it earlier or not, but these lashes are the e.l.f. Dramatic Lashes. I swear this video is not sponsored by e.l.f. I just have a ton of e.l.f. products because I'm planning on doing a full face of e.l.f. soon. And I just blended out that highlight color with the BH Fluffy brush. And then I took the white shade from the James Charles palette and I kind of blended that over top of the highlighter shade just to calm it down a little bit, make it a little shiny. And then I took that like yellowy shade next to the white one and mixed that in as well because it was like looking very white. And now I'm just gonna gel my brows down. This is the Maybelline Great Lash Blast, but like the clear Great Lash Blast. And now I'm taking this BH Cosmetics Flawless Brow Highlighter. It's like a big pencil for highlighting your brow bone, but I'm gonna use it on my waterline, kind of like a nude eyeliner, just to brighten up that area, make my eyes look a little bigger. And then I just quickly use the e.l.f. Volumizing Mascara to blend my falsies in with my real lashes and, you know, do my lower lashes a little bit. And now moving on to lipstick. This is an e.l.f. lipstick. Can't remember the shade off the top of my head, so that'll be in the description, but it's like a deep red. And then looking back at it, I definitely should have lined my lips because this got very messy, as you will see at the end. But I tried to line my lips with this color. And then I tried to like ombre it out by using the Fenty Beauty, what's this color called? Uncensored. The Stunna lip paint in Uncensored. And I just had to pose and be cute, but I had to include this blooper of me getting lipstick all over my teeth. And thank you guys for watching. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope your day is full of love, and I love you. Bye!
I'm imagining your face and all the little silly things you used to say. This is the pain that I can barely tolerate. Never thought it'd be this rough. Now when I smile in front of people, it's a fake. Cause deep inside I'm crying for my baby. It's gonna be a while before I'm okay. Cause now that you're gone, I know that time don't wait for no one. You gotta say what you want. If you were here with me now, I'd say that you're the one. Cause you're the closest thing to an angel that I ever met. So don't you worry.